Well, I tell you, one of my favorite places to be, Gordonwood Stadium. Welcoming everybody to the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. That's Head Coach Athletic Director Sammy Burnett. How are you, sir?
Man, Carl, did you see that last image on that intro of that young man catching that ball?
I did, number 18 for the Brownwood Lions.
That's him sitting beside me.
Well, I'll be doggone. He's right here, live and in person. Our Player of the Week, as you announced on Monday. We're going to visit with Jason Jackson here in just a few minutes. Got his football ready to go. He's ready for Friday night, looks like, Coach.
We need to be ready for Friday night. It's time to get back in the win column.
I think Jason and Huerta Dowd and those guys are going to have a big day on Friday. I just got a feeling.
I do too.
All right. Well, welcome, Coach. And, man, a lot of stuff. It's a busy time, busy time. And we'll talk a little football, obviously, here in a few moments and scout the Burnett Bulldogs. But I don't know where you want to start today. Let's let you.
Let's start with tickets. Sub-varsity games in Burnett. If you want tickets, go to brownwoodisd.org/athletics. You can get those online, or if you choose to get those at the gate, there's no cash accepted. Like in previous places, you have to go through your phone or whatever, use a credit card to do so. So I think the easiest way is just go to brownwoodathletics.com/athletics and go ahead and purchase your tickets in advance. And like I said, if you don't have them, or if you're coming from out of town to meet us and watch the game from somewhere else, you can get those at the gate. You just have to do it with a credit card or by phone, I think. So that's ticket information. And also, if you want tickets for Friday night, you can continue to get those today through Thursday, 8 to 12, 1 to 4, and then on Friday, 8 to 12 only, because Lisa has to shut it down and get ready at the stadium for Friday night's game. It's homecoming, so we expect a lot of people to be there. So excited about the opportunity to get to play at home again. It's been a while since we played at home, and we're excited and ready. The kids are working hard, and like I said, our kids, one thing they will do is they'll work. They'll go out to practice every day and work hard. I think we got a good scheme in for them. We're 1 week less with them. They didn't play last week. They have a lot of their kids back that they were missing week 2 against Marble Falls, but I think they're in full force now. Had a couple of concussions on our side. We're limping a little bit. Case Markham won't play Friday with the concussion. Still working through his protocol. Until he clears that protocol, we're not going to release him to play. Damian Sanchez probably won't play with a high ankle sprain. His backup, Ron Aguinaga, just got diagnosed with COVID yesterday, along with Zayden Lopez. He's still out with COVID, so you're looking at 4 starters right there not playing. And then slot receiver Braden Dobb will be out with an AC separation. So we'll have 5 kids out, but it's next man up for us. We've had people put them in spots. We're looking at a couple of kids that played on the JV. We'll finish looking at them tomorrow to see whether or not we're going to bring them up, but I don't want to bring a kid up to play unless he's going to play. So we'll continue to evaluate that through tomorrow, and then by the afternoon we'll determine whether they go play at the JV or if they stay with us and play on Friday night. But that's sort of the state of affairs and where we're at. Everybody around the state's limping somewhat, whether it's injuries or whether it's some COVID cases, but we expect Zayden to be back pretty quick. And then, like I said, Rome will be out for a while. He took a test yesterday. And then Damian Sanchez is going to be basically week to week. High ankle sprains are hard to deal with. Basically what a high ankle sprain is, those 2 muscles in your lower leg, those 2 bones in your lower leg are held together by tendons and muscles. When you have a high ankle sprain, those bones, when you put pressure on them, separate, and that causes extreme pain. So there's things that you can do to tape that to make it better, to relieve that pain a little bit. So it's sort of one of those things that goes off your pain tolerance and how bad it is and whether you're able to move and be mobile. But hopefully Damon, there's a slight chance that he may play on Friday. We're jostling the offensive line around. It could be Riley Soto. It could be Quentin McCarty. It could be Cole Miller. But we'll find someone to play that right tackle and just press on and continue to grind and get after it. But like I said, we're still excited about the opportunity. We're going to go out against a good Burnett team. They got good size on the defensive line. I think their quarterback's a lefty, does a good job throwing the ball. They do some good play action stuff. I think their running back's solid. I think their offensive line is big up front. So we're just going to have to go out there and just enforce our will. And we're working on getting more physical on defense, and I think we've seen progress with that this week. So all in all, our coaches are excited about the way our kids have prepared this week. Like I said, we got tomorrow to finish up on Thursday, hay in the barn, and just make sure we got the mental approach ready, and then come out ready and prepare to play on Friday night I think is the key for our kids.
You know, Burnet's kind of, we really don't know because they didn't play last week. Their first 2 games, they lost to pretty good 5A squads, and they had some kids missing in those games. So really, I think it's kind of an unknown with Burnet coming to town this week.
You know, it is. They've had some kids out, like I said, with COVID and with concussions, but they're back. Talking to their coach, they're back in full force. They played a Rouse team that's ranked number 7, I think, in their classification. They're a good football team. They got big offensive linemen. They throw the ball around a lot, but when they wanted to run the ball, they ran pretty well because they were dominant up front. And it's the first game of the year for Burnet with a new head coach. You know, Brownwood used to coach here at Brownwood for a stint, and he's an outstanding coach, did great things in West Texas in the shallow water, and he's at the helm at Burnet, and those kids are learning a new system, and the longer that they go, the more that they're going to understand that system and be able to operate it better. They were out last week. You know, the week before they played Marble Falls, which is an under-center team, slot T-type team that we really don't get much of a read on by watching that film because we don't see what they will do against us. So really, we only have one film to prepare with. So we're looking at last year's film and doing the best we can to give our kids that chance. You know, they're more a 3-3 stack style of defense where they're going to bring pressure from somewhere every play. They don't sit still. They'll line up a certain way. They'll slant a certain way. They'll bring a guy in 2 gaps and you know, sometimes try to get to you before that you can get the ball away or get past that line, you know, but we've seen that before and that style of defense with Lampasas and had success against them. So we'll be sound at what we do, and we'll be simple with what we do and just try to take advantage of what they're giving us. You know, our RPO game is going to be in play this week, which allows Jason to get more touches. You know, last week we changed our RPOs up because of the way that China Springs played. Thank you. China Springs playing their coverage. They pressed on those corners, so we changed our RPOs. But Burnet's more of a off corner type team, so it'll allow Jason to get more touches in our pre-snap and post-snap RPOs. So we're excited about that. Anytime we can get him the ball, he's dynamic. He can make big things happen in our offense. So we're excited about that. And he's also going to play a lot of cornerback for us. Probably one of the best corners we have. He's just a talented young man and has the ability to do it and puts himself in a position to go out there and be successful, and he's a competitor. So we're excited about what he's going to bring to the table and the opportunities that he has at touches. And of course, Conlon Anderson and the offensive line is still the heartbeat of our team right now. They're working extremely hard. They're limping with two starters out, or a starter and a backup that was a starter. And, you know, Rama Aganaga came in the end of the first second quarter and then the second half against China Springs, and I thought he did a phenomenal job. So I was really proud of him, and it was sad to find out yesterday that he got COVID, which is going to bench him for a while. But you know, it's the next man up, and we'll do what we can. And we got great leadership with 2 captains, and Ethan Pacina and Alex Reyna. They really hold them in check. Slade Espinosa is doing a great job. Brandon Steele's doing a great job. So they'll get each other's back, and we'll be able to move the ball. And Chance, I think, is making great decisions. You know, he's yet to have an interception, and he's making good decisions. What we got to secure on offense is the drops. You know, we've had a dose of drops, and we got to quit doing that. When he puts the ball in our hand, we got to catch it and continue plays and play ahead of the chains and not get penalized. So that's the goal. We've been working on kickoff and kick return and all of our special teams and trying to cut down some of the mistakes we're making in those areas. You know, it's just hadn't been a really good start for us, even though we prepare really hard with those. Special teams, for some reason we've been sort of stepping on our own feet, so we're trying to fix that and just come out and play a more well-rounded game and be more physical on defense, execute on offense, and win the special teams. All
right. By the way, I've had a lot of people asking about tickets. I would get them soon. You mentioned that earlier from Lisa at the athletic office for Friday's game. It's going to be a big crowd.
Yep, there have been a lot of people coming in today getting tickets, and I expect them to be coming in tomorrow, and then they'll be sprinting at the end to get them before noon on Friday. So I think the stands will be packed. It's homecoming. Looking for a great, exciting Friday night, and see if we can't come home with a win for our community.
Our pregame show Friday, I'm going to put a plug in here. We're going to hear from a very special guest on our Lion Talk.
Really?
About a very special homecoming game that he once called on the radio a few years ago.
That's awesome.
Dallas is going to share some thoughts with
Oh,
us.
neat. That's going to be special.
It is,
Oh,
and
that's
that will
really
be pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I know you talked about sub-varsity already.
Let me go into that a little
sure.
bit more. First, results from last night. Our girls went over. We're supposed to play a dual match volleyball with Granbury and Wiley. That wound up just being a match with Wiley. They weren't successful. They dropped that match against a 5A Wiley team. It's a good volleyball program. And the coach said she thought they played extremely well. Things just didn't go their way at the end. So a good opportunity for them to get more work. That's a non-district game. So when they step back into district, they can go work to be successful and have an opportunity to go to the playoffs. Tomorrow, our Maroon team will be at Burnett. That game will start at 5 o'clock. Remember, if you want tickets to that, get them online at brownwoodisd.org/athletics, or you can buy them at the gate with a credit card. JV will follow somewhere around 6:30, and then we're going to have a combined game. We lost our combined game, but we picked one up with Hico's JV. That's going to be at 6:30 at Gordonwood Stadium. We weren't able to get officials. There's a shortage of officials. We tried to play it at our place. We couldn't get officials. Then we were going to go to Hico and play it there. He couldn't get officials. I wanted to move it to Wednesday because we could get officials, but he couldn't play on Wednesday because of lack of coaches to prepare his other teams. So we couldn't play on Wednesday, so we decided to play on Thursday at 6:30 at Gordonwood Stadium. We're going to be out there officiating the game as coaches.
Oh, wow.
Fans can come in on the home side. We're not going to charge admission to the game because I just feel if we're not able to provide officials and that's kind of things, and our kids are getting out there and to play, it's more like a scrimmage type environment. I would hate to charge fans to come to the game, and we have a bunch of coaches out there calling it. So we're going to get our kids out there. They're going to get to play. It's going to be good for us. It's going to be good for Hico's JV to come over and play and get more reps, and we'll do the best we can as a coaching staff to call that game, and people can holler at us, and we're going to play deaf.
All right, Derek and I will be on the bench hollering at
No,
you.
if you're there, I'm going to put y'all as a back judge and line judge.
Hey, you know what? I have a flag and a whistle. I'm an honorary member of the Abilene football officials,
Really?
so I wouldn't mind helping out.
You're an honorary
Member of the Abilene chapter of
Nice.
officials.
Well, we don't
25
have
years.
flags. We're not used to
No
throwing
flags.
flags. We don't like it when you throw flags, so we're going to use some beanies. So if you see an orange beanie flying or a blue beanie flying, and then that's probably going to be a flag, but some unlucky person may have a yellow one, but it's not going to be me.
Okay. All right.
But it's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to seeing that combined team because they've been on the road most of this year.
That's
so.
right. And then, of course, we kick off Friday at 7:30 at Gordonwood Stadium. And then also tennis has an alumni social mixer match on Saturday at the high school. I think that's going to be a neat deal. Coach Blasey hit me up about that in the summer. Would I think that'd be a good idea? I think that'd be an awesome idea. Get some alumni out there, see if they can knock off some of that rust and play our tennis team. So that'll be a neat thing to do.
Mo Goff's on my team.
Yeah, I got news for you. If Mo's playing, I'm not playing against him. That boy can hit a tennis ball. And then also our cross country teams headed to Gatesville to run in the Bill Bradley Invitational on Saturday.
All right. So a busy weekend indeed.
Yep.
All right. Your special guest, your player of the week, is over here. We'll visit with him a minute. Go ahead and introduce him if you don't mind, Coach.
Jason Jackson plays wide out for us. I think he's a young man that's got a great, tremendous upside. I think he's the kind of guy that you're going to see playing on Saturdays. He's dynamic when he touches the ball. He's got great top-end speed. He's got great lateral movement, great burst. He can play, got great hips. He can play on either side of the ball and can probably play anywhere we put him. Has 12 catches on the season for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think if we had more targets and more touches, of course, that would be better. We've been basing a lot of things we do off the run to set up the pass, and I think if needed, he'd have more yards. It's just we've been moving the ball well on the ground, so it sort of limits his touches, and also trying to spread the ball around to get it to other people that gives Jason an opportunity to be open and not have double coverage. But I'm excited for his production and what he's doing, his attitude, his growth, his maturity. He's really going out there and starting to lead his team and work both ways. He's taking pride in playing cornerback for us, and if he goes both ways, he's like, I'll do what I'll do. But it's awesome to have him in here and let everybody get to learn a little bit more about Jason and get to hear from him. But wide out. Number 18, the man on the introduction, the legend, Jason Jackson.
There he is, JJ, right there, number 18, and just a junior, by the way, y'all, as we remind a lot of folks about the youth we have on this team.
Right.
And they continue to grow and mature and get more experience game by game. Congratulations, Jason, player of the week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Of course, wide out, played a lot of cornerback last week when Case went out, so Talk about, I know how good we are offensively, but defensively, what is your mindset when you go out there and cover these receivers?
Just hopefully they just, well, I don't really know.
Yeah,
Don't let them catch the ball.
Yeah.
that's
I don't
right.
let them catch
Keep
the
them
ball.
away from the ball. But you, of course, receiver, you play quarterback, you return kicks as well. So just about anywhere Coach puts you, you're ready to go.
You know, it's like that time he's playing cornerback. When that ball's in there, just become a receiver. Go do your thing. You're just playing receiver on the defensive side. Don't be disciplined with your eyes if you're in man coverage, and don't get beat deep, and play your guy. And when they throw the ball, you turn into number 18 on the offense for the Brownwood Lions and go catch it and run it the other direction. I'll take those touchdowns too.
Absolutely. You had a couple of scoring catches on Friday night. How's that? You had one for the season, the first 2 games, and then 2 on Friday night.
Yes,
How'd
sir.
that feel?
It felt better than the last game, I'll say that.
Yeah, the last game, Greenwood? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
absolutely. But you had, I think it was 18 and 25 yards or something like that, the 2 touchdown catches.
Yes, sir.
So you and Chance hooking up, were those called plays in the huddle?
The second one wasn't. We looked at each other and we knew, like, just throw it, let's throw it. And stuff.
So the second one you hooked up, and of course, as we said too, you returned kicks as well, so you pretty much knew a little bit everything. Let's learn a little bit about Jason Jackson we don't know. So tell us what some of your hobbies are, what you like to do when you're not playing football.
Pretty basic. I like playing games. So
Video?
video games, yes, sir.
So what kind of video? You play sports, football?
Yes, sir.
Baseball?
Like,
No. Baseball? Yeah,
What's your
absolutely.
favorite video game?
Madden.
Madden. Is the new Madden out yet?
Yes, sir.
All right. So who do you like pro football wise? You watch anybody? Who do you emulate maybe, or you're a fan of?
I like DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh man.
Yeah, I like
He's
how he
with the
plays.
Cardinals now, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, those Cardinals are pretty good.
Yes, sir.
That might be a Super Bowl team. Kyler Murray is pretty special right there. Cowboys?
Yeah, I watch the Cowboys too.
You got a favorite Cowboy player?
CD.
CD?
He's pretty good.
CD's pretty good. He
I
had
like
a couple
Amari
of drops
Cooper.
though.
Yeah, so did Jason, so he must have been emulating him. But
I wasn't going to bring that up.
I don't mind saying it. I'm like, man, you catch that one fade in the first half. I mean, you got another touchdown, but just saying.
Oh man.
He must have been watching CD Lamb.
Yeah, we have to talk about that.
You better
Man,
watch
Chance,
Amari Cooper. He doesn't drop many.
I hate to bring it up, but Chance did lay one perfect
It
in
was
the
a
corner of the
perfect
end
one.
zone.
Yeah, it was a perfect one. It just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, that happens to all of them, man.
I don't know.
This it goes to show he's human.
Yeah. I mean, Jason catches way more than he drops, I promise you. I mean, this guy's he's going to be playing on Saturdays probably.
We
one
had
of
to
these
throw a
days.
jab in there.
Yeah. All right, so looking forward to this, the homecoming game back at home.
Yes, sir.
That's going to feel pretty good to get back at Gordonwood Stadium.
Feels good.
Your family going to be there.
Yes,
Mom's
sir.
going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Everybody will be there. So what's the mindset against, what have you seen against Burnett? You think we're going to open things up a little bit? How many catches are you going to have?
As much as I can get. Yes, sir.
I didn't tell him this, but my sister and her family are going to be at the game because
Oh.
they're supporters and it's homecoming. And she told me if he drops another ball, I may drop down there on the sideline
Hey.
and slap him in his forehead.
Knowing his sister, she probably will. She'll be down on the field.
Getting you right.
Yeah, that's right. But I think we're going to have a big day against Burnett offensively. I just feel it. I think we're going to run the ball. We're going to open some things up on the back end, the passing too. So looking forward to a big game.
Yeah, we
Yes,
need
sir.
to.
You know, you mentioned Braden Dobb. We hadn't really talked about him out for this week, but he's another one of those guys you can kind of fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
He's on punt returns, kick returns. He played a lot of offense the other day.
Very fast young man. He gets the ball in space. He's explosive, but he's had a couple of drops himself. We've been working on that, but he suffered, like I say, that AC separation. He's getting treatment now. I just don't think he's going to be able to play because there's a lot of over-the-head movement with that shoulder and that kind of stuff. AC is what connects your collarbone to your shoulder, and that upward movement and rotation, it really is painful, so we'll see what he's able to do. But, we got Grant Hennington, who moved in, who's learning the offense and goes out there and works extremely hard. So, like I said, it's the next man up for us, and I think he'll step in and do extremely well. And we have some other opportunities for others to get in. Jordan Leach may get in there and play some at slot receiver, so we're just going to mix them around and put those guys in. If they need a break, we'll give them a little rest and put somebody else in there and just go play football.
There you go. Just play football. Let me get back to Jason again. What about
sorry,
college
I
football?
apologize.
No, it's okay. No, I brought that on there. What about college football? You got any? Who's your team?
I don't really watch college.
Really?
If you had a choice to go to a certain college, where would it be?
Probably.
Really? Not gonna say. All right. That's probably a pretty good thing right there. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, good luck this Friday night.
It probably at this point, Stuck, it probably wouldn't be Texas. I would be leaning more towards A&M if I was a high school kid right now.
He might.
Points they're putting up is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I watched the replay of that game last night.
He might be looking
Not
at
good.
His,
It reminded me of our offense against Greenwood. We just couldn't get it going.
boy, I tell you, Arkansas, man, their defensive line was tough the other night.
You know, that
They were
nose
all over
guard,
the ball.
6'6", 320
Man,
pounds.
he could move like the wind.
Pretty good.
I've never seen a big guy move like that.
Yeah, 6'6", 320 pounds, and could go.
Yeah, they got Tulsa this week, or Rice. Texas has Rice. Win for UT, maybe. Rice has been playing pretty tough, though. You never know. And the only thing I know in college football is Alabama's still probably the cream of the crop right now.
Yep,
I'm
they're
gonna
pretty
say.
good.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. Congratulations, Player of the Week. Looking
sir.
forward to having a big night. Hey, return a kick. If they kick it deep, I want to see you get a kickoff.
They don't. They kicked off 5 times and they pooch it. But
Oh,
we
man.
do have it set up. It's going to be a different looking kickoff
All right.
return to see, because of the fact that they pooch it. I don't think that they'll kick it deep. But if they do, he'll be back there and we'll have a set up return for that. But
Okay.
we will move him up a little bit. It will look different. But
Good.
we'll actually force them to kick it deep if they want to do that. And that's just more touches for Jason.
Oh, man, absolutely. I mean, that's what playmakers do. They make plays. You get them in the hands of your playmakers. Jason, thank you again. Good luck on Friday.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
I like the football right there. Let's go out and throw some
High and tight.
passes when we get done. Coach, great show today, and appreciate you. By the way, our Triple T Player of the Week.
That's
We
right.
Put in a sponsor for Triple T. Coach, great stuff today. Anything else?
Yeah, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Avalon Custom Homes, Brunner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bond Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Pete's, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, Willie's Teas, and our newest addition, Triple T.
Triple T. Absolutely. Coach, thank you so much for all you do. Appreciate your time as always. I know you're busy, but always have time to do the show and the countdown to kickoff with Mike Black, and really appreciate that.
You bet. I'll see you Friday. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sandy Burnett on the Coaches Show every Monday and Wednesday at this time, produced by Star, by the way, and sometimes Derek Stuckley here on KOXC and video streamed at KOXC.com.